Hello, and welcome. Welcome, my Pick Three at a Glance family and viewers. If you're a first time viewer, you're family too. Just like, share, and subscribe. Alrighty, we going with September the 22nd, 2022. This Pick Three at a Glance system works for all states, anywhere in the United States where they use 1,000 numbers. And we track the actual 1,000 numbers. So you know what's going on with the actual 1,000 numbers. Take 22 numbers and we use the 1-1 rundown. That's the only one we'll use. And we do the 1-1 rundown on the 22 base numbers. And we come up with 1,000 numbers that you can track easily at a glance, where you don't need the tic-tac-toes, the date sums, the grids, or the flips, and the multiple different rundowns that they have to find your numbers to try to hit the next day. Our system not based on hitting the numbers the next day. It's based on playing them to the come, and it's based on tracking your numbers and your actual numbers. And once you see a pattern, you see the actual pattern. You don't have to do any guessing. All the guesswork is gone from Pick Three at a Glance with Pick Three at a Glance. So just track your numbers. All right. Also, this is the tutorial for how to use the Pick Three at a Glance system. Okay. We start with the day that fell evenings. I do state specific for Missouri, and I do evening draw. I track the evening draws. This is the most effective way to show how the system works. Okay. And the evening draw for yesterday, September 21st, was 480. 480. All right. And the last time that number came out like that was, I like to tell last time so you have an idea of how long it takes for these 1,000 numbers to rotate. And it's usually around 3 to 4 years for these numbers to rotate back in shape and pattern. All right. So it was April the 22nd, 2021. All right. Now, by this being a straight, it can come 6 different ways. By law of average, these numbers can change position 6 different ways. And it's 480, 408, 804, 840, 048, and 084. Okay. Now, we do the 1-1 rundown on any number that comes in to see where that number would be on the 22 columns that you make during the 1-1 rundown. All right. Now we're going to do the 1-1 rundown on here. And it's simple and it's an easy rundown because it puts everything in numerical order. No fuss, no muss, ain't a whole lot of counting you do. You just add 1 to each number. So we go 1 to 4 is 5, 1 to 5 is 6, 1 to 6 is 7, 1 to 7 is 8, 1 to 8 is 9, 1 to 9 is 10. You don't use the 1, you just use the 0. When you get to the 9, just use 0. Then you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Same number at the bottom, you get at the top, you add it correctly. All right. Same here. 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same number top, bottom, you're done. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Same number top, same at the bottom. All right, you had it correctly. So we want to find out what column this 480 is going to be under. Here are the base numbers that you do all the 1-1 rundowns on. All right, which is simple. Just like we just did here, I did the 1-1 rundown on all these numbers, and the base numbers are these here. 012, 013, 014, 015, 016, 017, 018, 024, 025, 026, 027, 037. That's 12 numbers that you do the 1-1 rundown on. Then you got 10 numbers, which are doubles. Doubles are numbers with 3 numbers with like numbers in them, like the 00 and the 11. So these are the 10 numbers. And it goes 001, 002, 003, 004, 005, triple zeros, 011, 022, 033, 044. Okay, that's your 10 base numbers. So we're looking for the base number. Here it shows that the base number at column 10, and the 10 is the 026. You're going to find this for it, and you're going, when you do the 1-1 rundown, you're going to find the 026 in the rundown, but it won't be as 026. It's going to be as 602. All right. But if you did the 1-1 rundown on the 026, you're going to see that 804 as that 480 as 804. Okay. So when you find that base number in the rundown, you're going to go to that column up 026. Go to column 10. Here you go out column 10. You go down. There it is. 804. Bam, you're done. At a glance, you can see your number. All right? And these numbers all work off the law of average. The beauty of this is that when you do this rundown on these 10 numbers here, you don't just have 10 numbers. You have 60 numbers in each column at a glance that you can keep your eye on and know what's going on at any time. Because if you take these 12 columns here, that's times 60. You got 12 times 60 going to give you 720 numbers that you're looking at a glance. You know what's going on in all those 1,000 numbers at a glance. And then you take the doubles that can only come 3 different ways. And it's 9 of them because one of the numbers are triples, columns are triples, and triples can only come one way. So now you have 9 times 30 gives you 270 numbers at a glance. You're looking at that 270 and that 720 gives you 990 numbers at a glance, plus the triples gives you 10 numbers, gives you a total 1,000 numbers. This system sheet here is worth its weight in gold if you're using the law of averages and tracking those pick 3 numbers that you plan to hit. You ain't never got to guess. You ain't got to never look at nothing else to find where your number's going to be coming from. All right? You don't need the tic-tac-toes, the date sums, the grids, the flips with my system. Now, if you're using a system, you can use this along with it and see how it goes. It's just going to help us be better players. Whatever system you're using, if it's working, it's working. Or the 100 different rundowns that they use. All right. Another beauty about this thing here is if you got a column as you tracking. Now what I do, this here is a monthly sheet because you can see right here on the 026 at a glance, you can see 2 numbers this month fell off of column 10 or wherever you at. You can see in column 2 only 1 number at a glance. This is a monthly sheet. I track it monthly. But on my yearly sheet, it's got, starting from January up to September, it's got everything marked off. So at a glance, I can see in what column, what numbers are not having hit. Okay? Now, with this monthly sheet, as you track in each month, you're going to know what columns haven't hit. Let's say you found a column ain't hit for 2 months. That's 60 numbers you're looking at for 2 months. When you hit, as you build in your bucket list, you're going to build a bucket list because you're going to be keeping eyes on numbers that ain't hit. And then when you hit, you automatically know where to get your numbers. So you looking at 2 months that 60 numbers ain't hit in one of those columns. If it's 2 columns, that's 120 numbers. You got your eye on at a glance that you know ain't hit and you can work with. Okay? If you see a column ain't hit, like this column ain't hit in 3 months, then you definitely, when you hit, you're looking at something going, law average, something got to come off that column. And as you checking off, you know how long those columns going to take to hit and how long it's going to take for those numbers to come in and how long it's taking for your numbers that you plan to come in. So it's all numerical order. It's easy to understand. Okay. Now, another beauty thing about this here that I really like and love about this system is it's simple. Everything in numerical order. From 0 to 9. Everything's in numerical order, 0 to 9. Another thing, in the pick 3 world, if you're a beginner, you're going to hear a lot about mirrors and sister numbers and opposite numbers. And they got another one they call flip. It's a different strategy and I don't use it. But they do have that. Like I said, we don't need it. But you're going to hear about the mirror and opposite numbers. The reason why you need to know about this is because it works good with my law average on this sheet. Okay, say that you got triple zeros to 499, and on this number line here, those are top numbers. 0, triple zeros to 499. And then from 500 to 999 on this number line is the bottom numbers. Okay? For the reason a 1 can be a 6, 6 can be a 1, a 2 can be a 7, a 7 can be a 2, 3 can be a 8, 8 can be a 3, 4 can be a 9, 9 can be a 4, 5 can be a 0, 0 can be 5. Or they just opposite each other. Say for instance, I was playing 1, 2, 3. The lottery played 6, 7, 8. It just played my bottom number of the 1,000 numbers. If I played 890 and the lottery played 3, 4, 5, it just played my top number, opposite top number of the 1,000 numbers. Now, like I was saying before, as you marking off columns and you looking for numbers to hit, and you find out on those columns, as you checking and you looking at your yearly sheet also, that 014 and its opposite number 569 hadn't hit all year, them two numbers you're going to play by law average, because 9 out of 10, they're going to come out. Or on a column that ain't hit in 3 months, you can see if the 014 and the 569, the 125, and the 670, the 4 of them may came out in 3 months. You definitely going to play those 4 that's opposite each other. Any of the numbers that's opposite each other, by law average, you want to play them because one of them going to come out 9 out of 10 in that rundown when you're playing. And if you got a column when you hit, and for 3 months, I always play 50-cent box on the whole column, or depending on how much I hit, I might play the whole column straight box. Normally, I do play a straight box when I hit, because I can do that because I'm reinvesting my money back in my numbers. But play responsibly. I usually play between 4 to 6 numbers. Depends on how I hit. All right? And you'll be able to judge because you're going to be tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. Ain't no guesswork. All the guesswork is eliminated. If you missed a number, you know why you missed it. And then when you hit, you know where you got to get your numbers from. You don't have to guess. You don't have to pull no numbers out the air. You ain't got to call nobody for no numbers. You ain't got to do nothing because you're looking at all 1,000 numbers on this one sheet. Okay? This here is, like I say, it's worth its weight in gold. And there's a lot of people, when they start tracking their own numbers with this system, going to wake up and see that this system ain't made for you to hit no numbers the next day. And how difficult it is, but you're going to be able to see a whole lot with this sheet rather than just seeing a tic-tac-toe and try to guess what number, an angle coming off a tic-tac-toe, or a date sum, or a grid, or flip, and things like that. I mean, this stuff has been around a long time, but right here is a game changer, tracking your own numbers for yourself. I mean, if I'm losing my money, I'm gonna make sure I'm doing my best to do what I can not to lose it. That's all I can tell you. And this here, you're going to open your eyes because 60 numbers in each column gives you all the 1,000 numbers. Here, 30 numbers. You're looking at all 1,000 numbers. They can't get around you. Can't get around you. Ain't going to get around you. Okay? So, I'm going to get off that, but that's I call that my baby, my Picasso, my cheat for pick 3. It's a game changer. And like I said, if you need any more information, please like, subscribe, so you get a notice when I put up a video. moremoneyterry@gmail.com. Phone number 314-260-9801. Call me or email me, and I'll do my best to get back with you. I'm sure I'll get back with you. I'm kind of new at this with the technology and the YouTube, how YouTube is working. I just put up my VCR. I'm kidding y'all. I'm 70 years old, so you know how that is. So I'm kind of rusty at this stuff. So just bear with me, but I will get back with you. And this system, beauty of it, I can explain to you how to work it in 30 minutes. It's about 30 minutes, and you do the 1-1. You take these numbers here. Follow me. If you want to follow me and understand this system, take these numbers here and do the 1-1 rundown and call me. Don't be ashamed if you don't know how to do the 1-1 rundown. It's simple. I got a book that also does most of the work for you. It's not my personal book, but it's a book that I ran across when I put this system together. And I found that book, when I was doing like everybody else, buying books and buying this and doing everything else, trying to figure out how to hit those numbers the next day. But then I ran across this one book that made sense to me, and I figured out I could put this together. And it does most of the 1-1 rundown because it's got all 1,000 numbers with the 1-1 rundown ran on it already. So just call me so I can give you that book. But it's in my community. Go to my community tab. It's a green book. You'll see it. And it's got the phone number and everything where you can call and get the book. Okay, really simple. All right. Got to do a little homework. You just got to, probably go back about 6 months and catch up to September. But once you start seeing how the numbers in your own state, all numbers rotate different than all states. All states got different DNA with the numbers, okay? And all data. So midday in Missouri, we got 2 draws. Midday numbers gonna run different from evening draws, and evening numbers gonna run different from midday draws. The numbers cross paths, but the patterns are different. I mean, just like, you got sisters and brothers, but all of them got different fingerprints, That's all this is. But when you start tracking, you'll be able to see that. You'll see how the numbers fall. Okay? And then what I do with the system is I have 4 other strategies that I do. That's pick 3 at a glance. You just look at it and you can figure it out. Okay, let's go here. All right. What I do, I write the number on the board, that 480, right here. Where is that? I write it on the calendar. Then I look for the pairs, and how I track pairs, I want to know what single pair hasn't played for the month. And like this number came in at 480, I'll check off the 04. Let's see, can you see it? 04. I'll check off the 08, and I'll check off the 48. You got 3 separate numbers, so you're going to have 3 pairs, okay? If you got double, say 112, I'll check off the 11, and I'll check off the 12 because you only got 2 separate pairs, okay? Say a triple come in, like triple twos. Since it's just a single number, I'll mark off the double 2s for triples, or the 3s, or whatever triple come in. That's how I do that. All right? Now, this here, strategy number 3, how I do it is for a single number, and you want to know if numbers get cold or a single number gets cold. I haven't played in a while. That was cool, but I wanted to know what position that number would be in, so I know what position to play it in when it's cold. So what I did was make 3 columns with 0 to 9, 0 to 9, 0 to 9, all right? And then like the 480 come in, I'll mark off the 4 here, the 8 here, and the 0 here. 1, 2, 3 in their spaces. All right? So at the end of the month, whatever the numbers, I know at a glance what numbers are cold and what position they in. So if I'm playing a number with one of those code numbers, I know automatically where to put that number at. For instance, say you got 1, 2, 3 here, okay? You playing 1, 2, 3, and say this 2 didn't fall all month. You know that next month you playing, if you playing your daily carry number, this would be my daily carry number. I'm gonna play it 2, 3, 1, and I'm gonna play 2, 1, 3 along with that. Okay. Same thing here. Pick on the 4. All right. This is my 4th strategy, and this is a yearly. And what I do is I track front pairs and back pairs. It'll open your eyes. When you start doing this, it's going to open your eyes to these pick 3 players. It's going to open your eyes wide open. You can run a Mack truck through it. Okay? Now, since the 480 that came in, you do the 48 I mark off 4-8 on the front. These numbers the same top and bottom. And I mark off the 80 on the back. 80 on the back right there. All right. And I'm going to give you a quick example how I used it just this year. Last year, 04 front hadn't came in. And 90 back hadn't came in. And then with my boys here, I realized 900 hadn't came in. So when I won, I put that 090 in my bucket list, and I hit it pretty good. Cause I wasn't guessing no number. I knew what numbers I was playing. You always gonna know what number you playing if you're tracking them. You ain't gotta guess no numbers. Okay, in your state you can't guess no number traveling to your state. That number might not travel there for 4 years, 5 years. You got to track your own numbers. Okay. Here, what I did is strategy 5. What I did is just tuck all the doubles and put them in their mirrors and their opposite positions. So at a glance, I knew what double and his mirror hadn't failed, or what double hadn't failed at all. And like I said, his mirror this is a yearly sheet. So let's say I'm gonna use this 119. I've been using it lately for some reason. It's probably gonna come in too, just but I track it out. If you don't know why you're playing them, don't play it. Or if you got your bucket list, or if you got your daily plays, stick with your daily plays. Don't be jumping off and on them numbers. You're gonna miss your number. You're doing that. Track your numbers. All right, 119 and 991 is set. 664 and 446 is a set, but they mirror each other because 119 and are opposite each other, and 664 is the opposite of each other. 446 and 991, they're the opposite of each other. So at a glance, I know if the 119 or the 991 didn't come in, and I know at a glance if the 664 and the 446 didn't come in, or is its opposite. Also, I know by got them grouped like this, what column of any of these columns don't come in. If it's 3 in a row, normally it's around 3 for a year that don't come in. It could be 4. I know what numbers I'm playing for my doubles all that year, that following year. Because one of them numbers is going to come off each one of them columns. All right? I know. Because when you're tracking, you start knowing things. Like I say, it opens your eyes like a Mack truck can run through them. Okay? And like I said, it takes about 3 years for these numbers to rotate out. I used to start over from the beginning each year and, forget the last year like it didn't exist. And then I started realizing that the numbers that hadn't failed the prior year was hitting the next year. That's how I started knowing how many years it take the numbers to rotate out. And that's when I started hitting better. That's when I improved the game. It improved the game for me. Because I work by law of average. I play what ain't fail. I don't play what that's falling good because I can't, But I know if a number ain't fail, it got to come by law of average. But if a number didn't fail, it didn't fail. But I ain't looking at that. I play by law of average. All right. Front pairs, back pairs, number position, all by law of average. And like I say, when you start playing like that, it's going to open your eyes like a Mack truck. Can't play them all, but we sure can track them all now. Can't play them all, but you sure can track them all. All right. All right, family. Have a blessed day. New viewers, like if you subscribe. I'm here to help you become a better player, help us all be better players when it comes to pick 3. This is my specialty. I don't really go into pick 4s and all that other stuff because I think it's based off luck, pure luck. Pick 3 is teachable and doable and trackable. Yes, sir. And no brain strain with my system. It's easy peasy. All right. So play them till they come, make that money, y'all. God bless.